Linear inequalities are those mathematical expressions that contain the sign less than, less than or equal to, greater than, or greater than or equal to. Any mathematical expression that contains these signs, these are called linear inequalities. Okay, so a, this sign we read this as a is less than b. We read this as a less than or equal to b, a greater than b, and this is a greater than or equal to b. Okay, these are all linear inequalities. These are all linear inequalities. Why they are called linear? They are called linear because if you see, the powers of a and b are both 1, and they do not contain products of variables. Do they contain ab, or do they contain b square? They don't. So therefore, that is why they are called linear in terms of equalities. Okay. Now we come to the next definition very quickly. This is replacement set. Now, what is the replacement set? The set from which the variable takes its values is called the replacement set. Okay. Let us consider an example. And solution set is obviously the set of solutions of the inequality. Okay. Now, in case of a linear equation, how many solutions do you get? In case of a linear equation, you get only one solution. Okay. But in case of linear inequalities, you might get a single solution, or you might get more than one solution. You might have a set of solutions, and the set may be finite or the set may be infinite. Now, here in class 10, we will deal mostly with solution sets that are infinite. Okay. So let's see this example here. Consider this inequality, x less than 4. If I give you the replacement set to be replacement set of this inequality, if I give you this, if I give you this inequality as the replacement set of this particular inequality, then what should be the solution set? See, x can take values only from this set. Okay. So now what are those numbers in this set that are less than 4? It is 1, 2, and 3. So that is why the solution set is 1, 2, 3 only. Okay. Let us say the replacement set, if I define as that, means x can take values only from this. So what are those numbers in this set that are less than 4? If you see, the numbers in this set that are less than 4 are -1, 0, 1, and 2. Only these 4 numbers. So this forms the solution set. So if you see, same inequality, x less than 4, but different solution sets. Why different solution set? Because I've changed the replacement set. First, the replacement set was this, and now the replacement set is this. Okay. So your solution of an inequality will depend on your replacement set, what the replacement set is. And replacement set will normally be specified to you. In class 10, mostly the replacement set will be given to you as real numbers. In class 8, we have already dealt with replacement set, which were natural numbers or whole numbers or integers. Okay. Here we'll deal with replacement set that are mostly real numbers. Now, rules for solving you already know. So let us just go over these rules once again. The first rule is that we can add or subtract any number from both sides of the inequality. Suppose you have x minus 4 minus 3 is greater than 4, right? Now I want to, in the rules for solving the inequality remain the same. That is, this constant needs to be removed from here. So what I do is, if I add 3 to both sides, here what will happen? This minus 3 plus 3 will cancel. So you simply get x by 4 greater than 4. That is why I have added 3. But when I add this 3, this extra 3 I have added here. So I need to add 3 here also. Okay. So any number can be added or subtracted from both sides of the inequality. Let us consider this inequality. 3x by 4 plus 5 is less than or equal to 9. Now I want to remove this 5. So how do you remove this 5? Either I can transpose 5, which you already know, transposing 5 to the other side, or what I can do is I can add also. In fact, I can subtract also. -5. And since I'm subtracting -5 from the left hand side, I need to subtract 5 from the left hand side also. So what will happen here? +5 -5 is going to cancel here. So I'm going to get 3x by 4 is less than or equal to 9 minus 5, 4. Okay, this is the first rule. That is, you can add or subtract any number without changing the sign of the inequality to both sides of the inequality. Okay. Next is a very important rule, that is any number can be transposed from the left hand side to the right hand side or the right hand side to the left hand side, but you need to change the sign of the number. Okay, this rule is just the same as your equations. So if you have say 4 greater than or equal to 3x minus 8. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to transpose this 8 to this side. So from -8 it will become +8 greater than or equal to 3x. Okay. So this will become 12 greater than or equal to 3x. That is the rule. The next rule here is that in fact not only constant, but you can also shift variables to the other side, just as you were doing in case of linear equations. If I give you this kind of equality, if I transpose this to this side, it will become minus. Okay, so that is the next rule. Next rule is we can multiply or divide both sides of the inequality by the same real number, by the same positive number, in fact. Okay, the positive is the keyword here. By the same positive number. So example, if I have 4x less than or equal to 8, if I want to solve this inequality, I want to make the coefficient of x as 1. If I want to make the coefficient of x as 1, what do I need to do? I need to divide this by left hand side by 4. And 4 is I'm dividing by a positive number. So I don't need to change the sign. Less than or equal to will remain less than or equal. 8 by 4. Okay, so you get here. So this coefficient will become 1, less than or equal to here 2. Okay, so you have solved this inequality by dividing both sides by the positive number. Okay, now let us see this. 3x by 8 is greater than 2. This inequality. Now what I want to do here is I want to make the coefficient of x as 1. So what do I need to do? 3x by 8. If I multiply this by 8 by 3, right? Multiplying by a positive number. Right? The inequality sign here is greater than, so it will remain greater than because I'm multiplying both sides by a positive number. Okay, so this will become x greater than 16 by 3. Okay, so that is the next rule. And another rule is that if you are multiplying, see, when we are multiplying or dividing both sides of the inequality by the same positive number, the inequality sign does not change. But when we are multiplying or dividing the inequality by a negative number, then the inequality sign changes. For example, let us say minus 6x less than or equal to 12. Here, most of you make your mistake. Okay. And here you need to be careful. See, if I want to make the coefficient of x as 1, I want to divide this both sides by minus 6. So see, I'm dividing both sides. I have to divide both sides by a negative number, by minus 6. So this inequality sign from greater than or equal to will change to, from less than or equal to will change to greater than or equal to 12 by minus 6. So that means here minus 6 and minus 6 will cancel. You get x greater than or equal to, this will cancel here. So you get minus 2. Okay. So when dividing both sides by a negative number, change the sign of the inequality. If it is greater than or equal to, make it less than or equal to. If it is less than or equal to, make it greater than or equal to. Let us consider another one. Minus x greater than minus 2. See here, if you see, I have a negative sign on both sides. If I want to remove the negative sign on both sides, I have to multiply, even divide also, you can think of it. I have to multiply both sides by minus 1. So let's multiply both sides by minus 1. -1 into -x greater than -1 into -2. But see this inequality sign, because I'm multiplying both sides by a negative number, this will no longer be a greater than sign. This sign will change to a less than sign. So that now I get x less than 2. Okay. Okay. These were the 4 main rules. Apart from this, there are 2 additional rules that if you are interchanging the left hand side and the right hand side, then the inequality sign is also reversed. Okay. So in that case, what happens? That suppose if I have uh, 12 less than or equal to 6. So if you see 6x is on the right hand side, I want to bring 6x to the left hand side and 12 to the right hand side. That means I want to interchange the left hand side and the right hand side. In that case, you have to reverse the sign of the inequality. This from less than or equal to, this will become greater than or equal to. Okay, so this is another rule that you must remember. Okay, now we come to the graphing part. How to graph solution sets. Once you have solved the inequality, after solving the inequality, the question will be graph it on the number line. So how do you graph it on the number line? Now this one you have already done. Let us say that you have solved the inequality and you found x is less than or equal to 5. And you knew the replacement set to be the set of natural numbers. Then how do you graph this on the number line? You graph it as you do it 0, -1, -2. So this is 1, 2. Let's write up till 6. Here also let's write up till 6, -6. Now since x belongs to natural number, so what is the solution set here? If you write the solution set, x is a natural number that is less than or equal to 5. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the solution set. We need to graph this solution set on the number line. Graphing this, either you can put dots here. Okay, you graph it in this manner, or you can also put dots on top. Either way it will work. Okay, this is already what you have done in your class 8. Look at this. -9/4 less than or equal to x less than 5. Replacement set is the set of full numbers. Okay. Now see, what does this symbol mean? If you remember, I told you back in class 8 also that if I write this in this manner, a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, it means that x can take any value between a and b. X lies between a and b. Between a and b, both inclusive. That is, x can be equal to a and x can be equal to b also. Why? Because I see an equality sign here and I see an equality sign here also. Similarly, if I write this here in this manner, it means x lies between a and b, but x cannot be equal to b. Why? Because you see there is no equality sign here. X can be equal to a because you see equality sign is here, but x cannot be equal to, but x will lie between a and b, and x can be equal to a but not equal to b. Similarly, if I write in this manner, again this means x lies between a and b, but x this time is not equal to a. However, let me write here, however, x may be equal, x can be equal to a. x can be equal to b. Okay, and here I have not written, but this goes without saying that x not equal to b, but x can be equal to a. Okay, and what does this mean? A less than x less than b. What does this mean? That x lies between a and b, and it cannot be equal to a and b both. X lies between a and b, where x not equal to a and x not equal to. Okay. So coming back to this example here, once we know these, what it means. So what does this mean? X lies between, let's write the, okay, x lies between minus 9 by 4 and 5, where x not equal to 5. But x can be equal to 9 by 4 because you see an inequality sign here, right? Let's write the solution set. X is a whole number. So what are the whole numbers that lie between these two? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because x cannot be equal to 5. These are the whole numbers that lie between these two values. So therefore, this must be a solution set. And how do we graph it? Exactly in a similar manner. So you can put dots here. Okay. So this is your solution set. This is your graph of the solution set. Okay. Let's take another example. Number 3. X greater than or equal to 2. And here the replacement set is given to be the set of integers. Okay. X greater than or equal to 2. And x is a set of integers. Let's write the solution set. What integers are greater than or equal to 2? 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay. In fact, if you, because this is an infinite set, you can also write this in set builder form. X such that x greater than or equal to 2, x belongs to the set of integers. Okay. So either this is your tabular form, this is your set builder form. Okay. So how do you represent this on the number line? How do you represent this? What are the numbers? 2 is one solution, 3 is another solution, 4 is another solution, 5 is another solution, and it continues. So you give dots here, 3 dots, and that will be it. Okay. Okay, fine. So next is the set of real numbers that I'll discuss tomorrow.